Do-do-do-do. Hello, hello. Hi. Happy Thursday. Oh, so I am really, really tired. Okay, but I want to do at least something tonight to progress on the line drive. I got a chair. Today. Um, so I think what I wanted to do, and you can see, I kind of turned the machine into a table. It's an angled table, but it's still a table. So what I want to do today is clean these steppers. The 3 steppers that are on here. I think there's one more in, let me make sure. I think there's one more in the back box. Yeah. There's one more stepper in the back box that I'd have to eventually get to. Maybe tonight. But, so yeah, basically, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend some time cleaning steppers. This is what I did not do in the Mayfair, but I'm going to do here because this is ours, and we're going to do it right. So, what we're going to be doing tonight here is there's 3 steppers here, and they all 3 have something different about them. Camera's not really on the first one here, but here's the first one. Oh, you can see it in the other camera. This first one is a step up and step down stepper. They all look fairly similar. There's only a little bit of differences that tells you which is which. This one steps up and steps down. This one steps up and resets, and it also has this switch on the side. And this one steps up and resets, but it doesn't have a switch on the side. So the labels have come off. No, they're on the back. Extra inning unit, strike unit, and out unit. So out unit, strike unit, extra inning unit. I'm not sure of the function yet. I just know that they need to be fixed. They need to be cleaned because they are not moving as freely as I would like them to. So they're gummed up. When you move steppers manually, you want to try to simulate the same action of the coil being pulled in, which is a nice, quick, sharp movement. And that's what I'm doing, and it's not doing it right. And that'll come into play because something is sticky on the gears or on the axis points, or the springs are not quite right, but the springs look pretty good. So what I got is my little table set up. I got my piece of styrofoam. That's where I keep my screws. Got some alcohol. Got some of my papers. I got some dry lube over here too. That we'll use on the parts that aren't plastic or nylon. Or just only use this on metal to metal. So the only thing I want to do is to get this off of here. I don't want to desolder the coils. I just want to remove them. That one is missing a screw, which maybe we'll have to find another screw to put in there. So they're just screwed here, and then the other thing is I think I can swing this all out without taking, I might have to take the front part off too, the bake light off. But we'll get to that point. So first thing that I always do is make sure that I take photographs, because even though I've done it a bunch of times, it's been a while since I've done a Williams. So I need to make sure that I'm putting it back together the right way. The only thing that makes this one different than this one, is there's an extra spring and an extra little lever, and that creates it the way to step up and step down. No, I'm not going to update my computer now. Why does it always want to update your computer when you need to use it? So I think I need screwdrivers. We're going to take the coils out, and then screwdrivers to take it off of the playfield. is another great thing about this is it's not flatheads like the freaking Mayfair was. There's so many benefits in this one. We're going to clean the coil stops. We're going to check out the sleeves. We're going to clean the coil sleeves. I want to be very careful with my screws. I always stick my screws in styrofoam. You can put them in a cup. That works too. But styrofoam, at least I can like map it out if I wanted to. Alright, so that is there. Because I don't really know the condition of everything. I assume everything's clean because it was, again, it was fixed and then put into storage and then never played. So I'm assuming that everything is in good condition. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out as we go along. Cleaning steppers. It's the fun thing to do. Alright, so we'll get this coil stop. It's pretty average. Doesn't look too dirty or anything like that. Looks pretty average there. So we got coil stop. Maybe you might want to zoom in a little bit on this so we're not so far out. This is a wide body, so my camera's up a lot higher than it was on the Mayfair. I can't reach it without doing this. There we go. Let's just bring it down to there. That gets us a little bit closer. There's the coil stop. Screws, we're going to clean that off with alcohol. I'm going to carefully slide this coil out from the back. And it has a metal coil sleeve. So that tells me it's an original coil sleeve, which also tells me I should replace it. Alright, so there's the plunger. Black. Obviously I'm on a slant, so I don't want to I don't want that to roll. Here's the coil sleeve. Yeah, so if it has a metal coil sleeve like this one, I'm just replacing it. I'm just going to put a plastic one, which means if they all have metal, I'm redoing all of them. Because you can clean the metal ones, but then you run into problems with gouging and cuts. And just change them out. Always make sure you have yourself a big giant bag of coil sleeves. So I got different styles in here. Also, I need this guy and oh wait, there's two in here. Somewhere in here is a spare plunger. Alright, so we are definitely not putting metal coil sleeves back in. Alright, coil looks good. This guy's going to sit out for a little bit. I might want to put these in a cup so I don't accidentally have them roll off. Yeah, that works. That works. Alright, got my plunger in there. Don't mix up your plungers. Should be pretty obvious. They're one's bigger than the other one. Alright, coil sleeve. Now I'm going to get, I know you can't see it on camera yet, I'm just trying to get the coils off. This one is also, as I'm undoing it, this one is loose. It only has one screw and it's loose, so I'm going to have to find some more screws or another screw. I'm not sure. One thing that I can do as well before I put them back in is some thread lock. But they're not like flipper coils. I don't think they should be firing that much, but still. Alright. Get this one screw out. I will find another screw for this guy. And its coil stop. Pretty much the same size. No, maybe it's smaller, maybe it's bigger. Get that guy. Slide this out. Coil sleeve. Yeah, the coil sleeve is old and dirty. So we're going to do new coil sleeves. Coil's okay though. I'm going to grab my plunger. Plunger just slides out. It's not really attached. They're just kind of slide on, slide out. They're obviously dirty. That's going to gank everything up. That is clearly going to be part of my problem. And again, it's not because it was stored dirty. It's just, it's been sitting. All right, so that takes that off. I think I can get, I want to get the ground wire off. Let me get my camera. Take the ground wire off. Oh, nice and tight. I'll leave the screw with the ground wire if I can. Here's going to be the problem. I'm going to have to do all of these in a row. No, well, yeah, maybe I can do each an individual one. I think they'll swing out with the wires. Just be careful that you're not messing up any wires. So that's the ground. I'm going to take the switch off, which looks to be a normally open switch. Oh, that one is a flathead. Throwing flatheads in here. I said we didn't have flatheads. You're a flathead. Remember, when you take switches off, be careful because they might want to come apart and you don't want to lose any pieces. You know, it's only the one camera right now. Let's see if I can make that camera closer too. Get you better angles, better shots. I mean, why not? Telephoto. Got a crappy tripod on here though. Stay there. Are you good? I think it's good right there. All right, cool. Cool. All right, so this I'm just taking the switch off of the side of this one. Very careful. You don't want to lose the screws. You don't want to lose the switch stack. This has got two springy end pieces on it. There's that. You can get it nice and clean because it's already off. There we are. I moved everything. My alcohol's over here now. Yep, it's dirty. Looks are deceiving, man. You think they're clean, but they're not. There we go. Yeah, they're clean. I just want to make sure I don't lose anything here. Slide the switches out of the way a little bit. Okay, those stay there. Now I'm just going to take it off and swing it over. Take it off the playfield and swing it over. There are 3 screws in each of these legs here. Guess they wanted to make sure that it absolutely did not move. One. Doso. And 3. Big fat one. 2 little ones and 1 big fat one. So we're going to put those in my styrofoam. my foam so I don't lose them. And these steppers, I think, you know, if they go one way, they're pretty obvious. Before you take them apart, make sure that you got the stepper down to the 0 position. And then you know how you're going to line it up. I do remember that once you take this Bakelite piece off, you got to be careful because the spring's going to want to come out and fly everywhere. I do remember that being an issue. So that. But this one I'm in no hurry because it's ours and we want to do it right. And yes, I am not getting paid for this, but that's normal when it's my own machine. Alright, I'm going to swing this guy out a little bit. So swinging him out. Try not to mess up the wires. Alright, my stepper is... I don't know, you can't see it very well. So you've only got... This is as far as the stepper goes. It goes up and it goes down. They are not very clean. I want to take this part off. And again, I got to be careful because once you take it off, the spring is going to want to move. So you got to make sure to hold all this crap together. Or I can just do this side first. Maybe I leave that on and I do this side first. Do one side at a time, maybe. How about we just do that? Let's see if I can get the camera to be more over this way. Oh. Well, you should have adjusted this before you started the stream. Shut up. There we go. Now you can see everything I'm doing. Oh no. I've got 2 cameras on one tripod. Oh, stuck on the leg. Come on, go that way. There we go. Everything I do it for the Twitch. Alright. That's as close as we're gonna get. So, we have springs. We have a spring up here, spring here, spring here. Because again, this spring and its extra little metal piece, this piece, is what causes it to ratchet back down. All that needs to be cleaned off. I'm going to clean all of the points of where it articulates. We're going to clean it with the alcohol and then we're going to put the dry lube on there because those are metal to metal. But try to remember how everything goes apart. Probably need another thing for springs. Let's see. This guy goes like this. This is the one you want to hold on to. This one right here, if you can kind of see it, this will want to fling around because this is what's holding it in place. But I need to get to the spring, so I'm going to hold it, be careful not to let go, and get to the spring below it. Come on, dude. There we go. And then I'm going to put it back on. For now. I got to move it again to get this other spring off, I think. There we go. Stay there. Now I can take that spring all the way off. Right there. So now this is free other than the clip. So this will be one armature that I'm cleaning. And then they'll have this other armature to work on. So for this part, so make sure my E-clip is not super tight. Sometimes they are. Don't lose these. I think there's a washer below it. Yes, there is. It's got a washer, and then this comes up and off. And like that. So this part stays together. I mean, you probably could take it apart somehow, but just leave this part together. Don't take that apart. We're just going to get in here with the alcohol and clean all those pieces. I know, it's exciting, right? Oh, what fun it is to clean the steppers. Yeah, look at that. And because it's metal to metal right here, then I'm going to use my dry lube. And there's two forms to this dry lube. I got the aerosol one because that's the one that we had locally when I was doing the OXO. And it works okay. Clean that out. Go a couple times until my Q-tip is not so freaking dirty. Should get some paper towels too. Look at that, that's already 2 Q-tips. And we're just doing the one. Something in the manual said something about using graphite too, so maybe that's part of that. Maybe they're using graphite as a lubricant that's dry. I don't know. Either way, we're redoing it. Alright, now I think I want to get a little bit of alcohol. Not alcohol, paper towels. Good thing about it right now too is that I have these 2 other ones set up. Now you take pictures of every step that you take it apart, but I have another one right here that's already set up. So if I get lost, as long as I don't take them all apart at once, I can just backtrack and put it back together. And I think that's all I'll have to do. It's not that big of a deal. So I'm going to clean this post right here, get the dust and grime off of that guy, whatever might be on there from the last 20 years of storage. I mean, pinballs build up enough dust being just working, but just sitting there, we don't need to give any more dust. Yeah, ugh, ugh, ugh. Get garbage off of that. Yeah. Remember, I gotta find another screw because there was only one screw in this coil stop and it was loose. Why? Coil stop needs to be solid, man. You don't want your coil firing and then just falls off. You'll lead all sorts of problems that way. There we go. Yeah, pretty dirty. It's all it is. It's just, if we would have kept playing this for the last 20 years, if the owner didn't put it in storage, ooh, look at that. That's goo. That's actual grease on there. If they didn't put it in storage and just kept playing it, it probably wouldn't have built up like this. But you get to a point, even if you are playing and you have all these pinballs, you get to a point where you're bored with it. And you're like, but at least turn it on. Play a game, keep it working. Ugh, 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 ugh. Alright, so I want to take the rest of it apart before I put this back on. Again, I want to be mindful of this spring. I don't want it to fly off. Obviously, you can wrap it back around like you're supposed to, but I just don't want it to fly off. It's just a big pain in the butt. So I'm going to try to keep it in place with my finger while I take the parts off, which would be that washer and then this spring. I think they're all different sizes. Yes, 3 different size springs. And then now this part can come off on top. This is the extra piece that steps it back down. Not all of the steppers have this. If it's just a resetting one, it doesn't have this piece. This is the extra piece. And then this part comes off there. So I'm going to put this back up here, lock him in place so he's not going anywhere, and then we'll clean these guys and clean this and get the rest of that. And that basically cleans up this side. And then I'm going to go onto the other side, and maybe I can do it without taking it apart. Just clean the stepper, polish off the stepper. All right, so we've got this guy. Oh, this one right here that doesn't come apart, or the one that I don't take apart, all I do is just try to get as much alcohol in there as possible. It's also a metal-to-metal contact. You could try to spray the dry lube in there, but if you can't spray the dry lube, it's just better to just not have anything. Have nothing rather than too much. Another thing I can do, it's got a little, I think that's a little Bakelite wheel on it. Yeah, I think that's Bakelite. Just try to get a little bit of alcohol to seep inside. Seep into the little crevices so you get yourselves a little clean. And pretty obviously, I mean, you'll see it, that it moves freely. You don't feel any tension at all. Nice and smooth. Because that'll help the ratcheting. Because these things, I was testing them today, they're not ratcheting like they're supposed to. So get that guy. Alright. And we'll leave him. And we'll make sure we're going to put some dry lube in this hole here. I don't put it on both sides. I just put it in the post. So then we'll go do this guy. And he's going to be probably as dirty. And I'm touching my face, so I'm going to have dirt all over my face. Whatever. That's what cleaning does. That's what you do when you clean. You get dirty. So yeah, look at that. Look at how much dirt is coming out of there. That I don't think is from sitting. Honestly, I think a lot of that is just maybe he didn't clean all the parts. He just got it working. Kind of like what I did with the Mayfair. But that's ridiculous, man. It's going to gum up over time. Get this clean on camera without getting in the way. Just trying to look for my Q-tip to not be so dirty. But look, I'm already going through like all these Q-tips. I could dunk it in there too. Dunk it in some alcohol. Like get a bigger cup and just dunk the whole thing in alcohol because it's just metal. But then I'd probably be, that's if I was going to let it sit. This will work fine. This will be okay. Swirly, swirly, swishy, swish. That's what you do when you clean your steppers. Steppers, brought to you by Pinball Machines. Just kind of clean the outside. Back here, that's where the plunger rubs up against it. Just kind of clean that off a little. There's really nothing you can do about that. You don't want to lubricate any of that. You just want it to be a nice dry system right there. And you got your levers. This will be an important piece when we put it back together, that they are lined up properly so that they ratchet. Because it works off of this guy. So it's got this part of the lever here, and they kind of lock each other in. So you got to make sure that they are lined up the exact way that they're supposed to be. This is our little extra piece that lets us ratchet back down. Fun times. Cleaning the machine. And then what I want to see is once I'm done with this, I want to make sure that it's ratcheting the way I want it to. Okay, I'm just going through. Luckily, I got a lot of Q-tips. We're not short on Q-tips. Alright. That's getting pretty good there. There we go. Alright, so we got our 3 points. Now I need to get a little bit of alcohol on my paper towel. I'm just going to clean this post without knocking the spring off. There could be instances where you have to take this entire bit apart. This is not one of those times. I don't think it's really awful right there. I'm just going to clean a little bit on here. Get it back in. Got to make sure that this is our stop. That'll stop it from, well, actually on the inside of this, there should be a stop that keeps it from moving. Yeah. So there's this guy right here. I don't know if you can kind of see him. He's a little plug on the other side, and he can go, when you ratchet it over, there's a natural stop. It can't go any further than this, as long as it's set down in like it is. If you had this part off, this would come loose, and sometimes you'd end up losing your tension. So you have to tighten it back up again, tighten your spring back up, and bring it back down. But that's the one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to recoil it. Get the coil going again. Alright. I don't know if I have a whole box of screws, but I'm going to have to find it. Find a screw. Alright, so we are reversing it. But I'm going to dry lube a little bit here. So I got this. Is this a shaking thing? Hey, shake the can. Apparently it is a shaking thing. You don't want too much lubricant. You don't want, obviously, you want to avoid lubricant. But when you do, you don't want too much. You want it to be nice and thin coat, just so that it does what you need it to do. Alright. I'm going to take this guy, and I'm going to go off of here because I don't want to get it on anything. This stuff goes on kind of a wet clear, but it dries like a powdery white. I mean, it's not going to look pretty when it's done, but it's going to function. Okay, this guy. Alright, and we're reversing what we were doing. So I'm going to need my spring off. And I believe this guy was first. Yes, hold on. This guy first. Nice and smooth. Then, I think I had a... Yeah, I had a washer in between. And then this guy. Make sure I'm putting them the right way. Because it's got a ratchet. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's the right way. And then I got this spring. It goes here. It goes to this guy. Right? Yes, yes. And then we have this guy goes down here. This way. Yes. So that means that's under there, right? Or sits on top of it? No, it goes under it. Oh, it doesn't have that extra spring on it. Okay, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing. All right. Either way, this guy went across, so I need the long one. goes there to there, I believe. Yes, yes it does. Which means I can put this back on. And then this guy went on here. And this guy fell because I didn't catch him. Goes on. Come on. Maybe I have to get my, let me get my needle nose. A little tighter to get on than it is to get off. Don't have my needle nose here. Where'd you put your needle nose? I'm pretty sure I'm putting it back together, right? That's why we got the other one to look at. That goes up there. That goes like that. Yeah. Well, I'll have to ratchet the right way. So that's one way you can tell. There we go. It's locked on. So now it should ratchet. If I hold it the right way. I might have it backwards. Oh, I got one more spring. One more spring. Right there. Yeah, and then it goes back down. Yeah, there we go. We're ratcheting. It's ratcheting. It's doing its thing. So yeah, so now I need to do coil sleeves. So here's the thing with the coil sleeves. We have the metal ones, and we have our replacements. And our replacements, here we go. We're all in the shot here now. The original one and the replacement. So the replacement should be the same size as this guy. So that's pretty good. We're good there. So we need to do the replacement of the small one, which means we're going to have to cut it. We're going to take and get one of these and cut it so that it's the right size. And the way you do that is you get yourself a coil sleeve and you get a pipe cutter, like one of these pipe cutters, and a spare plunger, which I have right here. That's garbage. I don't know where the garbage went. Somewhere. Alright, so basically what you do is I'm going to need a marker. So take the new one and the old one, little one, and then you just kind of line them up. Line them up here, and then I'm going to mark it. If it's a little longer, is better obviously than a little shorter, because it still has to go through the coil stop, through all that stuff. So then I take and I put my spare Much-A-Dilly in there. Got my spare plunger, and then my pipe cutter. I'm going to bring it down. Or I think I'm going to bring it down. Which way do I go? There we go. To kind of line up with my mark. You put the plunger in there just to have some sort of solid rigidity thing. Right here. Should do it. That should do it right there. Okay, you want to leave your plunger in there and just slowly turn it. You know, it's a pipe cutter. Pretty Self-explanatory. And then I'm going to take, I don't know if I have a little piece. I'll get a little piece of sandpaper. And not on the inside. I don't want to sand on the inside. I just want to sand on the top to get any of the little burrs off. Little burrs. That's breaking through the plastic. There we go. There we go. So that's extra piece. And now we have one that's the same size. Ta-da! I'm going to go over here and just sand off the top of it real quick. There we go. Let's get some of those burrs. Alright. So that's that guy. That's just garbage. There's the garbage can. On the other side, I made it. You can't tell, but I did. I made it. Switch. We cleaned the switch. These are ratcheting, so we're going to swing this back up. Oops. It's okay. Oh, wait. No, we're not swinging it back up. We got to do this side. I got to clean these contacts. Yes, I do. We're not going to jump the gun there. Contacts need to be cleaned. I don't think I need to polish them. I can get the polish out, but they're not awful. They're just a little scuzzy. And as we found out on the Mayfair, that's all it took for it to be screwing up. Those steppers were not making a good contact. So I think it's got pretty dirty just by that. Make sure you don't pry these up too much because they got to have pressure to stay on the contact. I'm trying not to do any weird adjustments. But they're shiny enough. They're nowhere near as dark as some of these other ones have been. So I think we should be okay. It's kind of hard to do it without the coil. So if you try to test it this way without the coil, it's not going to line up. So don't try to adjust this without the coil in it because the space of the coil matters. It should go back the other way. Well, we'll get it back the other way. Anyway, so yeah, the space of the coil makes a big difference right here. So don't adjust that until you have the coils back on. So we have new ones. So we have our two new coil sleeves, our brand new cut one. And the only thing is I still need to find a screw for that one coil stop that was missing. Slide him back up here. Is that right? Oh, there it is. They did not put this on straight, but we want to put it back in the same holes, obviously. Come on. Screws. Just get one of them in there to balance. That'd be great. Want to make sure your threads go backwards before you go forward so you're not accidentally rethreading it and making your hole looser. There we go. At least now it won't fall over. Fun time in Stepperland. Steppers you're gonna love. It's going. There it's going. There we go. That guy's in there. And then its two little friends. Little Bob Ross, little happy little screws to sit next to its big brother. That way they always keep themselves company. They know they're not alone when they're sitting with their big brother. Oh, we're screwed. Totally screwed. I gotta find, I think these are just, yeah, they're machine screws, but I guarantee I got one. I have to have one. If not, I have to find one. There's no way that you should have only one coil stop or one screw in a coil stop, let alone being loose. It's ridiculous. I'm going to put the large coil in first because that one I got the screws for. My mind says that I should put some thread lock on them, and I think I should. Before, let me get my little thing of thread lock. I still have some, right? Yes, I better. I also want to make sure that I'm cleaning my new coil sleeve and the plungers before they go back in. So I can put these switches back on. That's something I can do. These ones right here, some of them can be more complex with the switches on them, but these ones are fairly rudimentary. There's no weird double stack and it has to be behind the rod and anything like that. Just make sure it's nice and tight. Again, if it looks like you might have to adjust switches, make sure you screw the switch stack down first, because they can loosen up, and they alone, just being loosened, will change how your switch stacks look. So if it looks like it might need adjusted, go ahead and check your switch stacks. And if you find some switch stacks that are loose, well, then you might want to go over all your switch stacks. We didn't have that big of a problem with the Mayfair. They were pretty tight all the way through. All right, we are to this guy. So I need to get plunger, the bigger plunger. It's pretty obvious since they're all two sizes of plungers. Make sure it's nice and clean. What I try to do is try to avoid touching it. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Well, there's your problem. Remember, this one was in a metal coil sleeve too. This was in one of the original coil sleeves. That is ridiculous. Oh, man, you almost want to get a new plunger. Just clean it off. Oh my gosh. I had high hopes for this game. This wasn't like the Mayfair. This one wasn't supposed to be as dirty. This one's supposed to just be, clean off a little bit, make some adjustments, and then we get to play it. But no. That is a lot of dirt coming off of plunger. That is, wow. You don't want that. You don't want that. I may not know everything about pinball repair, but I do know you don't want that. Get all the pieces, because remember, all this stuff could flake off, get into the little nooks and crannies here. And that could have been from overtime too. Maybe the action of the plunger. And the last thing I touch, I want to make sure I'm not touching this part when I finally get done with it. This is also what makes it so when you're checking it, this gives you the extra bit of space so that your contacts line up. So that's why you don't adjust your contacts until you're done with this. All right. I don't think I'm getting anywhere near the dirt off that I was on that before. So there's that guy. I'm going to slide him in this coil stop for a second. Stay there. Coil stop, coil sleeve. Now I'm going to grab the coil stop and see how much dirt we can get off the bottom of that guy. Yeah, there's getting some dirt off of there. At least it doesn't look damaged. These things get beat up, obviously, because that's where the coils are smacking into all the time. This one doesn't look damaged. Just dirty. Dirt! It's good, and it's bad. It's dirt. Ooh. Feel the alcohol. There's enough of it in the air right now. Holy moly. Alright. Coil sleeve. Hey, Pez. Repair stream. It is a repair stream. This is our game. This is our line drive. Which is just, it was put away working, which is the most famous words ever. Put away working 20 years ago. But I decided, you know what? 20 years is way too long to let a pinball sit there without cleaning all the parts first. Doing okay. Doing okay, Pez. How are you doing tonight? Look at that. That's much better. That's what you don't want. You don't want these. I mean, that's all they had were these metal ones. But you don't want these metal ones. Get rid of the metal ones. Get them out of your life. You don't need that in your life. That negativity of a metal coil sleeve. You don't need it in your life. Let's slide that guy out of here a little bit. Trying not to touch the... Well, that's not going to work. Well, I'm going to have to touch it. Trying not to touch the whole coil, or whole plunger, because I don't want to get it there. What's going on? Other than shattering my playfield glass in the stream last night. What? Shattered your glass? Okay, I'm going to have to go back and watch your stream. Oh man, problem with me is like I see the notification for your stream, but my little tired eyes are already in Betty Bye. But I need to go back and look at that. Holy crap! Smash the playfield glass. Was it when you were trying to take it off or put it back on, or was it what happened there? I mean, I'll watch it, but still, what happened? Oh look, thank you. Wednesday and Friday are late. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. I'll watch that later. Oh my gosh, that sucks, man. Oh. Well, that's not what you want. That's not designed to make you feel good. There we go. Oh yeah. This thing is going to work 1,000 times better. Alright, I got my new coil sleeve. Coil stop is clean. What I'm going to do here, let me get a little piece of paper towel. Not that it matters. I'm using, for a table right now, I'm using the back of the back box. I'm just going to put a little bit of thread lock on these guys. And then I got to find another screw. I took it off to fix a switch, set it down, thought it was on a foot pad, but it must have been off a little. Touched the concrete floor. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. I have so many rubber pads all over this place. So yeah, I got two glasses over here on rubber pads. But yeah, I mean you're not doing it on purpose. It's not, you don't intentionally set it on the concrete. You know you're not supposed to, but oh, that sucks. It worked too quickly. Needed a little bit more careful. Yeah. Luckily, I work right next door to a glass company. I mean, I can get more glass instantly if I wanted to. But let's not go that route. I smashed the glass on, what was it, Killer Instinct 2, the bezel for Killer Instinct 2. I tweaked it somehow, trying to put it back in, and it just shattered me. Man, it was quite a shock. But I have not had it happen to a pinball machine, thankfully. But it sounds like move closer to a glass company. Yeah, sounds like though at least it wasn't over the play field. You're not picking glass out of the machine. All right, I got thread lock on these guys. They don't absolutely need it for these coil stops, but I think they should. They should have it. Come on. Oh, it's slipping. Oh, it's slipping. Stay on there, man. What you do? Oh. There we go. There you go. Get in there. You know you want to. Right now, buddy. Problem with a magnetic tip screwdriver is, well, it's magnetic. Oh my goodness. Oh. Got right back to stream. Took it out. Speak easy. Now that one stopped. Let's go right back. Yeah. The show must go on. You can't be stopping for piddly issues like the glass shattering on you. Show must go on. I'll look at that clip later. That'd be awesome. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's still going to be awesome to look at. Alright, that's that guy. Let's just... This guy... Oh, if you could feel how much better that feels. Oh, it feels good. Alright, I need to go get my little bucket of screws so we can get this guy a friend. We will not be having one screw coil stops. No one screws. Wait, no one screws? Oh. I don't know if everybody has one of these buckets, but this is 8 years of video games and all the repairs for video games and arcade games and pinball. Somehow you end up with extra screws. I don't know how that happened. Ooh, there's a machine screw. What about this guy? It can be a little bit longer than the old one because it's not hitting anything. That looks like it's the right thread already. That would save me a lot of trouble looking if I found it right off the bat. Let me check. Let me check, make sure it fits. It's not like a glove. There you go, buddy. Now you're going to have a nice solid coil stop. Alright. And that would be, remember this first one was the one that ratchets up and ratchets down. So I need to make sure it still does that. I got to put the ground wire back on first. Sorry you can't really quite see that. It's on this side. Get the ground wire on. And then we'll get the other coil put in there. Not too bad. I mean, I was not expecting the dirt to come off of that plunger, which means that plunger is probably pretty freaking dirty too. Come on, get in there. Get in there, bud. It's just a tiny little bit of screwing. There you go. You gotta be grounded. Yeah, that's right. Ground. There we go. Alright, so this guy, I'm gonna suspect he's just as dirty as his big brother was. We gotta get more paper towels here too. I'm gonna go through a lot of alcohol today. Oh, this one's got a little bit of a very slight burrs going on there. I might want to tap it a little bit with the sandpaper, just a little bit. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to cause a problem, but it's just the very end from slamming into the coil stop. And it's nowhere near as dirty as its big brother was. Let me get over here just a second. That's all I want. I just want to get some of those burrs off. Yeah, so we got, I mean, there's some dirt on there. Not like the other one. There's some dirt. I'm glad I have a whole, I got a whole other container of alcohol over there because it looks like we're going to need it. Alright, so that's that guy. And my new coil sleeve that we cut. We cut from scratch. I mean, it's got a little, it had a plastic one in it too. I don't know if the original ones, if they had just a smaller metal one and maybe they just replaced that one. I don't know. It wasn't around in 1972, but obviously some of these metal ones. I know my Star Trek had a bunch of metal coil sleeves in it too. And I made sure to change out. At least the metal ones aren't going to deform on you, really. They just start scratching. Alright, there's that. We have that. We have, got to get the coil stop. Coil stop. Not there. That's not the coil. That. It's alright. I mean, honestly, could be better, obviously. But it's not bad. It'll do the job. And it'll do it well. Alright. Coil gets the new coil sleeve. Plunger gets the new position. Try to slide it up in here. Come on, dude. This is not the complicated part. This is the easy part. Ugh. There you go. Why did you make that harder than it needed to be? That wasn't even hard. Just get up in there. Alright, coil sleeves in. Where's my... A little bit more. There we go. That's what I wanted. Slide my coil up in there. Sorry you can't see it. Just know that it's happening. Slide the coil up so it's fitting. A little bit of Loctite. I wonder how long it would have lasted, or how long it would have gone. Like, say the game was working, how long it would have gone before that last screw just fell out. Because I don't feel that it was much longer holding on. Then I would have been like, what's going on? Is something sparks when it hits the bottom and smacks into one of the other relays. That would have been a nice confusing time. Ooh, okay. There we go. Coil stop up. Howdy, howdy. Happy Thursday. OXO adjustments? No, this is a 1972 line drive. OXO is back here being my table again. So I'm working on our pitch and bat game that we've got that's been sitting around for 20 years. And I'm trying to get it to be nice and clean before we play it. The difference being between the last one that I did, the Mayfair, and this one is, this is our game, and once it's done, it'll be in our arcade and people will be able to play it. But it also means I'm going and being very thorough. I am not skipping steps like I did in the Mayfair. So right now I'm cleaning these steppers, breaking them down, cleaning them, new coil sleeves, new lubrication. It's a dry lube. I'm putting the dry lube on the metal parts. And yeah, get this guy going. Right now this coil stop is getting new screws and some Loctite. And then we'll check it. Nice, I went all out on my Shuffle Alley. It was worth it. It is worth it. Especially, yeah, it's your game. You're gonna go all out, but why go halfway and then you have to take it back apart again and fix it later? Wow, that one did not want to go in, but now it did. All right, two screws in our coil stop. So this is a ratcheting up and ratcheting down. Ooh, it's doing it good there. Nice. This is what it was not doing this morning. And that's that. That's all it takes, man. Getting it clean, getting that gunk off of there. So that was our one stepper. Now the one in the back, I still have to look at that. I'm not sure what it does if it goes back and forth. But this is the one that ratchets up and ratchets down. The other two are just ratchets up and then resets. So like I said, this first one was our extra inning unit. And then now we're working on the strike unit. I don't know. I've watched some gameplay, which there's not much to do. You know, you launch the ball, you hit it with the bat. So I haven't really seen how it functions, other than the most impressive thing for me on this, besides the back box animation, there's back box animation, is it's got a solid state sound. There's actually sound effects. In 1972 machine, it's got sound effects, which is okay, cool. There's 3 sounds it makes, and it's on 3 separate boards to make the 3 sounds, and then there's one board that's just the amplifier. And there's a speaker at the bottom, so you have the noises. You have crowd noise, you have a siren, and you have explosions. And I guess there's 2 different crowd noises. There's a quiet and a loud crowd noise. But it's going to be interesting to see how all that works when it's all back together. Because I haven't seen that electromechanical that has solid state sound. It has actually. That's kind of cool. I mean, there's probably a bunch that has them. I just don't know. This is my first one. But I'm actually really happy to be back working on a Williams, because I was not enjoying the Gottlieb as much. I think I like how Williams sets their stuff up a little bit better. I don't know. My experience is only the few games that I've had. Putting my screws in my piece of styrofoam, so 1, they don't roll away, and 2, I know where they go. And then we're going to swing this guy out and check him out. Big fat ones. I think there's plenty of wire on here, but I'm still going to have to take the coils off, obviously. We saw what happened. The coils do not go uncleaned. That one. They both also have the metal coil sleeves, just like the first one did. So we're going to get rid of the metal coil sleeves. I saved them though. I don't know why. I think I like just looking at metal coil sleeves. Maybe I'll use them for something else. Alright. So there's this guy. Let's see if we can tilt him out. And he just folds back out here. That's good. Right in the center. Alright, so we just have this ratcheting up and reset. These contacts are pretty grimy. Let me get my polish for those ones. Where? I put everything away after the Mayfair. And now I gotta remember where I put it. There it is. There she is. I also need another thing of towels. Gots to have some paper towels. So we got this stuff to clean the contacts on our Bakelite boards. The only other thing I think that I had to do on the Williams one was once you clean these really good, well, then they get a little bit more friction. They're a little tighter, and so you have to put a thin layer of something to let them glide. And it's tight enough that you can actually hear it squeaking when it changes. So you have to put a little bit on there. But since it's already laying on this side, I'm just going to clean these contacts, lift this guy up a little bit. I don't want to take this off because I don't like it when the spring just falls apart on me. Just need to make sure I clean it off real good. This one is a little bit more dirty than this guy was, so that's why I want to polish it out actually with the... And we'll clean out the little holes. Oh, yes, yes, you like that, don't you? Oh, does that feel good? It must feel good because you're starting to look good. Let's get up underneath this guy. Try not to ratchet that up. See if we can see the difference here once I clean it off. Ooh, get some alcohol on there too. Look at that. Can you see that difference? See what's going on here of how shiny these guys are compared to these guys? It's just like reflecting in the light right now. That's freaking awesome. But if I don't get it cleaned off, it will create a little haze. A little milky haze going on there. So much better though. Toothpicks. Why should you clean your contacts? Why should you polish your contacts? That right there. That's why you should do it. Honestly, I don't care if the Bakelite is not shiny. It doesn't have to be. I want the contacts shiny. That stuff will dry out and it'll just fall out. So shiny. It's happy shiny. It wants to be shiny. Let's get this little contact here a little bit. Let's rub a little bit of alcohol on that guy. Oh. Like they just came out the factory. What's that stuff? The stuff I'm using to clean it with? The stuff, other than the alcohol, I'm using, what camera's got it? This stuff. I think I got this at Walmart or AutoZone. Probably AutoZone, I think. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That was what was recommended on, man, what site, whatever site I looked at where they were taking apart the score reels. That's what they recommended to polish your contacts. I don't care about that. That stuff can go. That stuff will go away. But it works really, really well. So we'll get these guys down here. Just try not to put so much on. And then we'll have the other side shiny. I still think, I mean, I'm actually super impressed with how shiny they are. I might do this one real quick here too. Why is my focus going to be there? Alright. It won't take anything now that this guy's out of the way. Polish, polish, polish. Oh. Nice. Nice. Oh. This stepper probably feels the same way that I feel when I step into a hot shower. Just like, oh, yeah, get that off. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah. Do that some more. Clean that off. Oh, scrub it. Look at that. Look at that. What a shiny. We can be so clean now. We'll get some of this excess off. It's alright. Stuff will dry out. It gets in the holes. Oh well. Game will work. I'm going to clean my contact. But again, this is what's going to cause it to be squeaky. So I think I put a little bit of thinnest layer possible. I think I put what I think I did the last time. I think I put some of the dry lube on a paper towel, and I just did the thinnest layer. Because you still want, obviously you want to have contact, but you don't want to squeak along like, because sometimes it does that. Well, what the heck? We already got the polish out. Let's polish these guys out too. Let me get my Stacko batteries. Batteries. I need more batteries. This is a really good light that said it works for 15 hours on the batteries, but I guess it wasn't expecting me to have them on continuously. Ooh, I just did not make the trash can that time. Came close. All three of them missed the trash can. This is why I don't play basketball, and I just work on pinball machines. Yeah, that's the reason. Ah! Holy moly. All of a sudden, battery power. Jeez, it's like the sun right now. There it goes. Get another piece of paper towel. So shiny to the 10th power. Yes. Just gleaming off. Gleam. Oh, that's so beautiful. Beautiful. I like it. I like it a lot. Get in here and get some of this off. Like I said, this stuff will dry and it'll just flake off if you've got some buildup somewhere. The only place you really don't want buildup is on your contacts, obviously. But, man, these batteries are freaking kicking it. They are no joke right now. This is the kind of stuff I think, this kind of polishing, this cleaning, this is the stuff people don't realize. They come and play the game. Obviously, they just want to play the game, but they don't realize the work that goes into these things. Yeah, I'm just going to rub a little bit of alcohol in there. It should be okay. We'll see what happens when it starts actually playing. All right, let's get the bottom part of this stepper now that we got so enamored with how shiny they can get. And then we'll go back to cleaning the other side of the other stepper. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Just scratch it right there, right there. Ah, yeah, that's a spot. Right there's a spot. Oh. I can't believe it's so shiny now. I'm running out of alcohol right here. Running a little dry. 91% isopropyl. Yeah. So I'm not as concerned with the Bakelite being milky. I just want the contacts to be clean. Get down here. That's so nice. So nice, we cleaned it twice. Cool, cool, cool. Cool, 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 cool. All right, we're gonna set this stuff aside. Not to be a product placement. Let's do that. Product placement. Oh my goodness. If you didn't know that isopropyl alcohol can get a little strong in the air. It can get a little strong in the air. Let's get rid of some of those paper towels. Let's turn you back over this way, I think. Yep, I'm trying not to pull the wires. So what I'm going to do is get these coils off. These coils are going to be my biggest problem here with the wires going everywhere. So this guy's obviously seen a lot more action. His paper is pretty browned. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Freaking coil is not even tight. See, this is why we're putting the Loctite in here. That worked itself loose. Got so dirty right there. Oh my goodness. Need to get that Mother's sponsorship money. Heck yeah! Mother's, the best way to clean your pinball machine. Use only as directed. These screws are not even tight. However, at least this one has both its screws. Unlike the other side. That is sad. All the dirt and dust on that part. That is crazy dirty. For its position underneath the playfield, that's kind of remarkable to me how dirty that is. But we are going to put some Loctite on those bad boys because obviously it needs it. Oh. Dirty, dirty coil stop. Yuck, 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 yuck. Get this guy. And then we'll get the coils out of the way. I gotta get the coil sleeve out there too. Oh, that one's... There's one screw out of all four that was actually tight. And the coil stop just wants to fall out. Alright, there's that coil stop. Not too bad. Take the coil up. And we'll get the sleeve out. Remember, we're... Oh. Guess what, my friends? I'm not sure I trust this coil. However, it wasn't fused in there. So, I mean, maybe it just got stuck on for a while. Maybe it's still good. Maybe I'll check the resistance on that. Whatever the resistance is supposed to be. There's a whole chart to tell me. Get this out. Come on. I know you just pop out here. Don't make it seem like you have to struggle. You just slide out. That way. There you go. Covered in so much dirt. Oh, come on. You're not supposed to be tight, man. You're just supposed to slide and fall out. It's because I'm trying to do it at this angle? What the heck? There it is. Oh. Oh my goodness. Alright, well, let's get that in there. Part of my problem is going to be is that I need to keep myself clean. I don't like how dark that guy is. Alright, pull this out. Let me get some slack. And we'll get this out of the way. We're also going to take this ground wire off. There's another one of these metal coil sleeves. I'm going to have to clean my hands here. There's no point on cleaning the rest of this if I can't clean my own hands. What's going on here? Oh, you punk. Alright, get over here where I can get a little bit more room. Wow. I mean, I guess the ground wire being super tight was beneficial. Remind me to check the resistance. I gotta check the resistance on that coil. Where is something to clean my hands real quick? I don't like wearing gloves because the gloves get in the way. Ah, this'll clean. Gloves get in the way. That was one in there. Oh, hey. This really cleans my hands up really good. Spray away glass cleaner for your hands when there's no sink nearby. Another sponsorship. Spray away glass cleaner. Clean off that garbage. Oh my goodness. Alright. This plunger, again, this should just slide out just like that. There should be no issue. I don't know why that other guy had a problem. What's up here? It's just I guess it's copper and it's kind of getting a little turned green. Spray away is super stuff. Yes, it is. I love this stuff. It's the only thing we use to clean the video games because you don't want to use anything with ammonia on it anyway. So we use it to clean all of our glass on the video games. Alright. Remember what we did last time? Let's get all these guys out of the way. They're no good. I should bring my trash can over here. Burned up coil sleeve. Alright. Get this spring off. And then this spring off whilst holding this one. You don't want it to don't let go of this one. Alright, there's that one. Put that guy back on for now, and I don't need to take this guy off. This guy can stay on here, this one spring. Switches. Don't absolutely have to take that off, but I can go ahead and clean them. I mean, we have some Mayfair kind of dirt going on. It's ridiculous. Alright, that guy's good. So we take this guy off first. Careful of your E-clips. Just very slowly so they don't want to go anywhere. There we go. That. Make sure we got the washer. And slide this off. So we have that going on there. Now remember, this one is not as complex as the other one because we don't have to ratchet down. It's just a reset. I'm going to take this back off, hold it in place. So this has just got a spacer where that other one had a whole piece. This one had just a little spacer. And then we'll slide this guy up. I can already feel that it's dirty. Alright, that's there. I'm not gonna mess with that guy. He's fine. So we gotta clean the posts, get in there and clean these little these contacts, and then we put the dry lube on them. Get it dry. You want lubricant? Use dry lubricant. Alright, let's get this guy nice and shiny. Look at that. There's dirt already. That's what's ganking it up. It's getting all nice and tight. Maybe that's why this coil's gotten burned up over time, because it couldn't reset and it kept trying to reset. I sure hope it's working, because otherwise I'm going to have to order that. It's not like I have a supply of coils. I mean, I've got some, but I think they're all just random things a guy gave me. But I'll just, if I have to, I'll order it. Alright. That's majority of gunk off of that guy. So I'll get this other one. Again, I want to hold this spring. Do not let this spring go. Keep that spring in your hand. All the pivot points, you want to get them nice and clean. Get all that grime off of there. There we go. So that's that. So that's that. That pivot point, that pivot point. That's all we got on this side. I also want to clean. Look at, oh, come on, man. Why were you so freaking dirty? Quiet. Didn't tell you to ratchet. Enough with the ratcheting. Dirty McDirty. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Oh. Oh, it's you, Whoa. I know who Whoa is. At least you're finally watching the stream for a second. Crazy hat wearing guy here. Let's see. That. We're going to clean these guys out. Which is no big deal. No biggie. Q-tips. You turn your white Q-tips as black as possible, because that's what happens, because they're super dirty. Dirty. I mean, your name on here, your screen name is Whoa ×2, yet you've only said Whoa once. I'm beginning to think that you have a false screen name. I might be on camera for this. Twitch. Somebody's live. There we go. Somebody is up and live. Okay. That's good. So now I'm getting this to be a little bit more, it's not, obviously not white, but at least it's not as black as this first one was. So we know we got to the point where that one's pretty clean. And then remember, we want to get in this part here, because I can feel that it's tight too. So I think I want to dunk it. Dunk it a little bit in my alcohol. I know I'm off screen, so I got my little cup of alcohol. I'm just going to dunk it in here for a second. But doesn't that contaminate your alcohol? It's alcohol. I mean, what are you contaminating? Get it nice in there, because I can't take it apart, so I just want to make sure I get it up inside there. And we'll let that guy sit for a little bit while we clean these other guys. This is just a little spacer sleeve. I mean, dirty. All this stuff is ganking it up. Ugh. Yeah. You can put all these parts in a bucket or something and let them soak for a little bit, I guess, if you wanted to. But I don't really have the time for that. I want to get through these 3 steppers. And then tomorrow, what is tomorrow? Ooh, Friday. Friday night, I'll go through the other stepper in the back And then we'll work. There's a bunch of weird stuff on this playfield, or on the bottom, that I've never dealt with before. All the batting stuff. It's not the same as a flipper coil. It's a little bit different than a flipper coil. It's got a little voltage stat to make it stronger or weaker. And then there's all sorts of other stuff. I don't know what's going on this thing. But it's crazy. There's a lot to do. But that's the beauty of it, is you get to learn different things. I've never done a pitch and bat before, so it'll be nice to know. There we go. This guy's good. Now his bigger brother. Ugh. Let's just get some of the major stuff off here. There's so much alcohol in the air, I feel like I'm gonna get lightheaded. I could turn on a fan, but what's the fun in that? I mean, if you don't start hallucinating when you're fixing a pinball machine, why are you even fixing a pinball machine? Hallucinations are part of the fun. Ugh. Why you gotta be so dirty, man? Why? And we're gonna put our dry lube in there after we let it, make sure that they're dried out, obviously. But another thing I should do is not have my freaking Q-tips behind my back. Honestly, I didn't expect to be using so much. I thought it was gonna be a lot cleaner than this. Yeah, they're super dirty. I mean, I was not expecting this machine, because the bottom, if you look in there, is nowhere near as dirty. I'm surprised that this is as dirty for sitting as long as it did. Oh my goodness. Alright, I think we're getting pretty good there. It's not as grimy. Well, maybe it is. Jeez Louise, man. It's like a computer running out of toner, or a printer running out of toner. We're finally getting to the point where we can call it okay. Look at all these. That is not designed to make me feel good. I really should bring that trash can over here. Alright. So, all three of these are going to get the dry lube. Again, they have the one that's not a spray, but this is the only one I found when I was getting these a year ago. There's that one. That's that one. And that's that one. All right. Dry lube. Make sure it's in the shot. Blaster dry lube, along with our mothers and our spray away. Gonna get that one in the shot too. As much product placement as possible. Seeing as how I'm not getting product placement, but there's product placement everywhere. All right. Now we reverse it. So that means I got to take this spring back off. And this guy goes first. Like that. And then it had a spacer. Right? Yep, just the spacer. That's it. We have a spring that has to go on, but I'm going to set this on here for now. This portion of Arcade Dungeon brought to you by Blaster. Oh, man. I would sell, I mean, if I had a sponsorship, I would be, oh yeah, I would all over those lame commercials, and let me have the opportunity to sell out. I would love to have that opportunity. This is on top, right? Yeah. So this arm goes on top of the other arm. So that's basically how it's going to work here. Get our washer back in. We will get our E-clip back on with our careful needle nose. There we go. There we go. And then we're back to springs. Springtime. All right, big one. This is what I got to take this off for. It's got a big loop and a small loop. It's pretty obvious which one goes where. It's a big loop here. Fits in that. Small loop here. Fits on that. This goes back. Little spring goes there and there. There we go. That's our stepper build up here until we get the coils in. So now, let me see if I can just check the resistance real quick on that coil. I had printed out the coil chart. Basically, I'm just gonna see if I got some resistance. Let's see if we get something. I don't think I have to unsolder a piece, do I? At 3.8, 3.9. So there's resistance going on. I'll look it up here. What is it? B26 800. Coil resistance chart. So there's a coil resistance chart. Flippers.com. That's the coil resistance chart. And then we have, what are we looking at? We're B26 A. We're in the A's. B26 800. Down, up. Drum unit. Yeah, I know that. What does that say? 26. It doesn't have a resistance rating on it. Well, I was getting a resistance, so I'm going to say that it's working. Ohms, ohms. I heard it. I heard how you printed that. Ohms. All right, we're going to say it's working. Well, so now let's get a new coil sleeve. So we have the tall one, and then we need a small one. So like I did before, I'm going to line them up. Hello, eBay. How are you doing tonight? I'm going to line up my coil sleeves as much as I can. And put a little mark on there. Get this guy out of the way. Where's my, there it is, plunger and my pipe cutter. Same thing as before. Just gonna line it up here. Again, a little bit bigger is, a little bit longer is better than a little bit shorter. That's all we have to do. It's just, we're gonna cut this up a little bit. Hey, Brent.
Hola.
Guess what? Dirty. Oh my gosh. I was not expecting it to be as dirty as it was. Like, these were, it's working great now, but I also polished these.
Nice.
Like, I haven't done this one yet. If you can tell the difference, obviously.
Oh, I don't see any difference at all.
Oh, really? No. So, yeah, polishing those, and then all of these are just so grimy and dirty, and they have metal coil sleeves. So those are the original coil sleeves.
Nice.
This one's kind of burned, so I'm a little worried about it, but we're going to try it anyway.
Nice.
Nice. Don't play with the balls. You drop one, I have to get one. Don't.
But
Don't. Don't flip. No, that's not what... Dude, don't drop the ball. I can't have you drop the ball.
Is that where that expression comes from?
That's exactly where it comes from. This moment in time. So I'm making a coil sleeve for the small one.
Oh.
You cut up one. Everybody's seeing your arm right now, just so you know. There you go. And that's, yeah, so I'm going to clean this step or two. There's one more in the back that I'll get to later, but there we go. Look at that. And then remember, we don't want these little burrs. So we're just going to run it over a little bit of sandpaper. Not the inside of it, just the edge on the outside.
I thought about coming over here with a baseball bat and be like, you need this? You need this?
Need this? So then, there we go. So now we have one exactly the same size as the old one. So we have our new coil sleeves. So here are our plungers. Let's see if this guy was as dirty as the one in the other one. Yep.
Oh my God.
Look at all that. All that is because of, well, time. It's beyond just sitting there. It shouldn't have been that dirty to begin with. Just sitting there, dirt doesn't get in there like that. Because these are the original coil sleeves, which means that when Paul did this, he didn't change out the coil sleeves. He may have just got it working, but he didn't change it out. Oh, my goodness. This one wasn't ratcheting at all this morning, and now it's just nice and smooth.
It's filthy. Man, it's dirty.
Oh, my. What's that? Come on, Paul. Paul's a good guy. Paul's really good at it, and he's been doing it for
Is that him?
decades. No, it's not Paul. It's Pez talking about Paul. But I think, he's a dealer. I think he just did kind of what I did with the Mayfair.
Make it workable and
Just got it working and
make
that
some
was
money.
it. Yeah. So I'm picking up where he left off. Otherwise, Paul does do a lot of good work. He's in Wisconsin now, but that's where we got our Iron Maiden from. That's where we got a Galaxian, right?
Yeah, nice Galaxian.
Got Galaxian. We sold him the championship sprint, and then Wisconsin's where we got the Devil's Dare, but that wasn't from him, but he knew the guy.
No, but he knew. We didn't even get it through him. He just happened. Hey, Paul, what's it? We're like, oh crap. He didn't even know until the guy opened the door. It's like, oh hey.
He knows everybody.
And then the Night Driver?
Oh yeah,
1976. That was a guy that Paul knew.
Night Driver.
That has an excellent collection in his house. A couple hundred games. You wouldn't know it. It looks like a regular house on the outside, and he's like, man, it's got a basement full.
Yeah, so this plunger again, this is nowhere near as bad as the other one, but it doesn't have the burrs. The burrs are the bad things. Bad burrs. Look I cleaned my hands before I started this. And we all know, as we know, the best thing to clean your hands is spray away. Spray away. Glass cleaner and hand cleaner. We're doing product placement too. If you notice, look at my stream. So I got the dry lube is in the shot here, and I got Mother's right here. I have the spray back here. I'm doing my best to keep my product placement going.
You need to be putting like a Coca-Cola or something out here. Nike shirts or something.
Hey, I got a Stern hat on. It's just backwards.
Gonna get some of that sponsor money.
There we go. Okay, so dirt. This portion of the arcade dungeon brought to you by. Yes, I should do that every 15 minutes. I should do a sponsorship ad, even though I'm not going to get paid for it. And that's the one thing we hate about watching videos on the internet, are the ads. We'll just throw an ad in. All right. Other things too that was here. The coil was just loose. This one was missing a screw, and these were just loose. So that's why we got some thread lock to put in there. So this guy goes under here, if you will. Come on. Oh, I got this backwards or something because it's not. No.
Yeah,
That's
really.
right.
No.
Oh, there we go. That's right. That's what I did. And tilt. Get under there, dude. You know you want to. There we go. That goes in there like that. This goes in this guy. I don't like this. I don't like this guy.
Get a new guy.
I should, but not right now. And that'll go in there like that. I lost my screw here. Hold on. There's that. I gotta get my slack back. It's slacking. I'm losing my slack. Oh, I didn't clean my
It's slack a
stops.
lacking.
I didn't clean my coil stops. You just wonder how it gets so dirty, man.
Because where you play isn't the grass. The infield's all dirt.
Is that your baseball joke? Is that,
It's
is that what we're doing?
Best I could do in the moment, man.
Oh. Baseball jokes.
The writers are all at home with COVID, so you just gotta like spitball that stuff, you know.
You do the best you can on the fly.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right. It's that coil stop. I need to get me a little bit here of paper towel again.
I got us another case of those, even though we don't need them yet.
Yeah, I got some still up there. Where are
Whole
my
box.
screws? Here are my screws. Get some thread lock. That's what I'm doing. Apparently we're not busy next door, or what?
No, we're super busy, and then drops. You know, winter. The other night, I sent everybody home like 15 minutes before we even closed. I said, I'll just deal with whatever happens in the next 15 minutes.
And did anything happen?
Nope.
You didn't even like dance around in your underwear?
Nope. I just, you know, did some paperwork.
Papier?
That's what I like about the winter. It's like you're busy earlier and super busy, and then it just drops, and you do your cleanup and get the heck out of there. It's awesome. Summer, you always get that guy calling it 6 minutes to close. You're like, ugh.
That happens now too. Why'd you got to be like that, man? Come on, man.
And this, you know, the way the economy's going this year, it's like, yeah, you'll take the business. You're grateful for the business, but it's still like, dude, we're open all day.
Well, what if they have to work all day like we do? I don't like that guy. I don't like it. I don't like it. Got my finger caught. It's exciting, man.
Nice.
Watch the thrill, the action, as we screw in screws that are not
Stupendous,
really.
colossal, amazing.
They don't look like they're
You
fitting
won't
right.
believe your eyes.
What is going on here? I don't like the way this is sitting. I don't like it. I think my coil stop might be bent. Let me take this back out real quick. But I wasn't hungry until closing time. That happens too. But it's amazing how they realize, or they don't realize it, we close, and they just narrowly miss it. We'll get the people like, you guys, what time do you guys close? 9 o'clock, and it's like 8:58. Okay, can I get a large? I'm like, oh my.
You can tell by their tones. They're not somebody who just got off work. They've been high playing the PlayStation for 3.5 hours.
I mean, I would too. Wow, I don't like this positioning here. You know what I think I'm missing is one of those springy washers. Because there's too much space in between the coil stop and where it goes. And the other thing I can try to do, since I don't have that springy washer, is to very slightly bend the coil stop. But then it won't hit flat. I think I have a springy washer. Do I have a springy washer?
Good chance in the box of random.
I need a spring
Great
wash.
big old box of random.
Bring out the box of random.
But we will take your order at 2 till, because if we're open, we're open.
Well, yeah. Well, there's
Although we might talk a little smack, but don't worry, it'll be behind your back.
We won't mess with your food, at least. It's just we don't like you. You'll get good, great quality food. It's just we'll hate you forever. There's some plungers in there. Got some springs. Got some targets. I don't know
Take
what
one
those
off
are.
our OXO.
No! Take one off of OXO.
Cannibalize OXO.
There's some coil stops. Big coil stops.
This tub looks like it's about to fall off. I don't know why. Just feels like it.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a little springy.
Yeah, but what about a tub with just like small bolts and washers and all that? You know,
No,
any
it's
springs?
it's a springy washer
Oh.
that goes across the coil. But this one didn't need it. I just think that maybe this guy's bent wrong. Like it's not sitting properly.
I don't know. Maybe someone would have had to have bent it. Maybe.
Which is a complete possibility. That's a thing.
Unlikely.
What do you mean unlikely?
Maybe you're missing something here.
I'm not missing anything because that one doesn't have one. And it's tight.
Well, do it right.
I'm doing it right. Leave me alone, man.
Do the thing.
That one's a lot tighter than these ones. It'll be alright.
Come on. Do games.
How many have you fixed?
None.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to. I got a guy.
I don't have to fix machines. I got a guy. You know, if this stream keeps up, I'm going to have to start getting into that hyperball and those kind of things.
How fun.
Be like, well, let's start working on the hyperball.
I look it up every now and again for like trying to get the that grill, the chrome grill, because it's you know it's front and center on the front and it's broken.
You need to be looking up rapid fire for the back glass, because the rapid fire back glass is horrible. Yeah.
There was a guy who had a couple of them for like $600 for both of them. One was semi-working, he claimed, and the other one was a parts one, but
For rapid fire?
yeah, but it was way far away from here.
Everything's way
So
far
it was
away
like
from
Pennsylvania or some crap.
here. Everything's far away. We're never anywhere near anything.
Occasionally it works in our favor because at least we're, you know, the whole country except for the Southwest is a rust belt.
Well, yes, this is true. But we've got to work. Some of these things were pretty rusty. What was Dracula? Which one?
Sometimes middle of nowhere you can get deals because, you know, depressed economy and people are just tired of it sitting around and you never know. We got House of the Dead for $300. That was awesome.
That was Albuquerque, right? Tucson?
Phoenix, actually.
Phoenix.
Which is surprising because there's big players, you know, in all the big cities and they generally jump
good.
on that stuff.
All right, and then now this guy. So I got to feed him under.
If we wanted to spend about $7,000, we could get a Discotron environment.
Why don't we? Oh wait,
It's just like, you know,
$7,000. Huh? That $7,000 just gets in the way.
Yeah. God, he's got some great stuff. Temple of Doom, Indiana Jones. Oh, love to have that arcade game.
That would be awesome.
Got a bunch of stuff on our list.
Where's the one up of those? I'll take an Indiana Jones one up.
Yeah.
Why not?
He keeps hitting me up about, hey man, I got that frenzy, whatever, and I'm like, bring it, come on, let's do it. When are you gonna be ready for that frenzy? I'm now. Let's do it.
You want Jerry?
Yeah.
There we go. This is not too bad. I'd take an indie. Yeah, right? Well, not just the pinball. I'd take, the arcade game, too.
I still want
Well,
to.
there's 2 pinballs now, right? There's the of Indiana Jones. Because Stern came out with another one, right?
I don't know. I just like the original.
Yeah, there's 2. Because you played the original one at Paul's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pez is
Nice,
saying yes.
nice specimen too. All of his are nice specimens. Those are the ones he keeps.
Yeah. What makes his Twilight Zone super rare or something?
Less than 100 plays.
Less than 100 plays on a Twilight Zone.
Probably one of the finest specimens anywhere.
And
He's turned down 10 grand like half a dozen times. People trying to buy it. He's like, this is probably the nicest specimen anywhere. It's brand new. 100 plays is nothing.
original Indiana Jones your favorite too? Yeah,
Well,
I haven't played any of the Indiana Jones though.
But I want to straight up Disneyland that bad boy with the bamboo legs and side rails and everything.
For Indiana Jones or for
Indiana Jones. That's how they did it at the bazaar in Disneyland. The legs and the side rails and the security bar and everything was all fake bamboo. It was metal,
yeah,
but it was made to look like bamboo.
painted or powder coated or whatever?
Yeah, but not just painted or powder coated. It was embossed. You know what I mean? Like
Oh.
it had the shape of bamboo too. It
Oh,
was
so they
nice.
actually like made them.
Yeah,
Wow.
the only one I've ever seen like that. It was awesome.
Well, I guess if you're Disney.
But I'm not sure it was. I don't think it was there last time we were there. That was like 3-4 years ago.
All right, Loctite, Lock Bright. First lock I see tonight. So now I should get a nice ratcheting action out of this guy. Maybe. Maybe not. Reset. 0. What? I think I may have got one on. I may have got a spring in the wrong spot or something.
I think I mentioned something about doing it right.
You know what? Looks like it's part of the Tiki Hut. Oh, the Indiana Jones.
Well, it was in the bazaar, the shop across from the ride. It was in there in the back corner for like years and years.
Oh,
And it was awesome.
under there. That piece is under there.
And then their Starcade, before that went away, they had a cool little Pac-Man for kids. It was like a 2 foot high, like a little arcade one-up. But this was years before there was any one-ups. It was half the size of a cabaret.
Cool looking machine. Yeah, cool. Why does it look like my video is getting kind of choppy? That's weird.
All right, I gotta go check
All right.
on 'em. You have fun with that.
I am.
Hope you hit a grand slam.
Hey, thanks, man. I don't know what I did. It's Come on, you're on there. Why is it not ratcheting like it? I know why it's not ratcheting. I know why it's not ratcheting. Oh my gosh. Spring is wrong. Ta-da! Why did I put it there? Oh, I was thinking of that other thing. I put the spring on the wrong side. That's probably why. Oh, reset. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't go all the way. It's got strikes. So I'm trying to get it to go all the way, but it doesn't because it's 3 strikes. 3 strikes, you're out. You're out of here. All right, that was the problem. I put the spring on the wrong bit. Whew. Thankfully. Could have been a lot worse. Can't believe it. Put the spring on the right spot and you'll get it. Nice work. Thank you. Thank you. I found my mistake. That's why it's also good to have like I said earlier, either pictures beforehand, or like these, I have the other steppers right next to it so I can see how it's supposed to look. So I'm not accidentally doing what I just did. Screws in. Oh yeah, I think I got enough. Yeah. We'll finish this stepper, and then tomorrow night I will work on the stepper in the back, and then we'll start working on, what are these guys? All these crazy bits under here, especially the bat. The bat's got a 120 volt coil on there, so it's got a full power coil. But it looks pretty grimy, just like some of this other stuff. Get working on that. Come on, screws. Go in there. Tell you what, this stepper is not going to fall off. Alright. You put the screws in with its buddy. I know this washer's sitting here, but it's okay. That washer went on the ground wire, but it's alright. Doesn't need it. It's tight. It's not going anywhere. Don't know why it had that washer anyway. Screw was big enough. And this is how I end up with stuff in my bucket. Things that I didn't need end up in the bucket. All right. That is our strike. Yeah, our strike unit. And then the out unit is exactly the same. So 3 outs. I think you can adjust the outs. I may be wrong. That may be an adjustment thing. I don't know. We'll find out later when we start getting the game working. All right, same thing here. This is the last stepper. And we'll polish it with good old mothers. See how well that polish works, how shiny it gets. So if I would have done this right after the OXO, this would be a lot faster because I would have remembered how these got taken apart and put back together. And just when I'm getting to that knowledge right now, I'm going to run out of steppers. And then I'll forget the next time I do a Williams how to take these freaking steppers apart. So I don't have any more electromechanical Williams Ziz. Oh man, I'm up for any new pinball. This thing, like I said about that Mayfair, I liked the setup. It was interesting setup. But man, it was not fun to play at all. The flippers are too small. I have to go out and get another. Yeah. Get some more games. But yeah, the flippers were too small on the Mayfair, which is, you know, they all had a lot of those small flipper things going on. But they were too far apart. You felt like most of the time you're just watching it. Wow, this one looks a lot cleaner than the other two did. Maybe it doesn't get used as much. This is the out unit. Out unit. For when you go out. That's okay. It's not like an addiction. I mean, it's not like people that want to keep getting more and more tattoos, right? You got one pinball, you should be set. You don't need more. Why would you want more than one pinball machine? Gotta have them all. Give me more. I will find room. I will find space. I will take and get rid of my bed if I have to. But I will find space. My my bathroom's not big enough for a pinball machine, but I'd find a way. Get rid of the vanity if I had to. If it came down to that. Luckily it doesn't. I like the way this guy looks. He looks a lot better than his buddy. Coil sleeve. Well, again, we're going to get a new coil sleeve. And we're sliding out better here too. Yes. Come on. Just slide out. It's not hard. Why are you making it difficult, dude? You just slide. Just go out. Thank you. Come on, dude. There we go. That guy. All right. And we'll get that. Hey, now I have a good excuse why I don't have a tattoo. I've got a pinball. Yeah! That money went towards pinball. There's no food in the refrigerator, but we have a beautiful brand new Avengers. Well, that is true. I can eat the grass outside. Yes, you can. There we go. This is amazing that this stepper is so clean. At least visibly. When we get into it, maybe not, but at least visibly, it looks a lot cleaner. Again, with the metal coil sleeve going on. Plunger just slides right out of that big one. No problem. Other than my angle is bad. Come on, dude. Why'd you get it around that side? And then now you can't get it. There we go. Thank you. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, and ground wire. Yeah, tight. Tight ground. There they go. Get out of the way. Thank you. Next is shiny. This one's way shinier than the other two. So flip this guy over. So here's these guys. What can we do to help this out? Why, we can put a little Mothers on there. That'll work. Mothers. Aw, Mothers. Why, it's a mag and aluminum polish. It works great on all your steppers. Oh, that grind just comes right off, like it wasn't even there. Why, you could probably eat off of it. That's all thanks to Mothers. Now that you get all that dirt off. Whew. Polish this out a little bit better. Polish. Okay. Surprisingly dirty. Not surprisingly dirty, but yet surprisingly dirty. It's dirty. What did I do with the... no big deal. Let's get the other side. Let's get the other side and we'll do a little bit of alcohol on there. Shine up like a little penny. Bright penny. Get that gunk. Gunk. We don't want your gunk no more. Get off the gunky floor. this has got serious right there. That part is not wanting to come off. It will. There we go. Shining like the backside of a armadillo. That's not a thing. Just couldn't think of something to rhyme with. I don't know where I was going with that. What did I do with all my toothpicks? Get that contact. Ooh, dirty, dirty, dirty. You are dirty, my friend. That's the exciting world of dirty stepper pads. Like that. Where did I put my little box of toothpicks? Did I even bring it over here? Yes, I did. I don't know where they went right now. Oh well, I'll just try to clean it out this way. Trying to get in these little holes a little bit. Again, those will just dry out. Still get in there. There's still a little bit on this one. Why is there still that one? Why is that little piece still so dirty? Thought I got it. All right. Cool, 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 cool. Flipping it over. Flip, flip, flip. That was all the mothers. Mothers can get out of the way now. We're done with that. Yeah. Almost there. Almost done. Get this guy out the way. E-clip. No. Springs first. That's right. Springs first. I will remember the order of this. By the time I don't have to do another stepper, I will remember. Hey, that one didn't have a, yeah, it did. Okay, never mind. Huh. Come on, dude. So the spring is in a little groove, in case you didn't know. And I'm just trying to get it out of this groove without tweaking it or bending it. And I hadn't had any problems with any of them before now. So that would be true to form when you get to the last one. That's where you're going to have your little problems. Come on, just pop out. Pop out. Go up. There we go. Spring, spring. Come on, spring, spring. There we go. That's one spring. Put this guy back on for now. Now I'll get over here. Let's not lose anything. E-clip. Washer. And this other spring. There we go. This comes off. Ta-da! And then over here, take our spring off. Got a washer. And that. And that, which that was all one piece on this other one. I guess it broke free. I thought it was one piece. Alright. Set that there for now. So we got these little pieces. And we're going to clean those really quick. Get them clean. Get this bad boy put back together. Trash can is out of my way. Oh, my darling Clementine. Get in here. Get the dirt out. think I'm going to be surprised at this point if one of these isn't dirty. I'm just surprised how clean the front of this one is compared to the other ones. There's no excess dirt. Maybe it's just, you know, how you play the game. Which ones get fired most often? I'm guessing that strike unit gets fired more often than the out unit. I don't know. They're not very clear. The rules are in the manual, but it's still not very clear on what happens. All right, that's that piece. I'm gonna dunk a little bit. Dunk it a little bit in here. Let's try to get into that a little bit. The piece that I can't get off. There we go. It's crazy now. It's crazy now. Oh, yeah. This one. Hey. This one's not too bad. This isn't going to count as my this is really clean. But it is not too bad. That one. 3 strikes. Strike 3 or more outs, I suppose, yeah? You strike 3 times more than outs, I suppose. I don't know. I suppose. Yeah. I watched the video and it doesn't really. I have to really get into it. I know by the end of this I'm going to be an expert in line drive. Oh, this one was not at all clean. I'm a little shocked by the sound effects because I did hear the one and like that. Luckily, each soundboard has its own volume, and then there's a master volume. I believe they each have a volume. I don't know if it's pitch. It might be. It's probably volume. But the siren noise, it's like a carnival, and like that would get really annoying really quickly in the arcade. But they each have their own individual volume, so I think you can just bring that one down so it's not as loud. Because I heard that on the YouTube video. I'm like, oh, wow, that would be annoying. So, we'll find out when it gets going. All right. That guy, that guy, that guy. My hands are just as dirty as they were before. Back to the dry lube. That guy, that guy, and that guy. For being dry lube, it's very wet. Alright, spring thing off, out of the way. This goes down. Remember to put the screw back in the right way. That goes on there. That goes on there. Set this back on here for a second. Reversing everything that we did. Oh. Got ahead of myself. I got ahead of myself. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. Guess what I have to do now? Now I have to redo those pieces. Because I forgot to do the post. Forgot to clean the post off. Ugh, dang it. Why? We were so close. Why did we forget? I don't know. Alright. Well, crap. Now I gotta put that back on. This shouldn't be, hopefully shouldn't be too hard to clean now that I cleaned it once. I'm also running. I don't want to go to Walmart because of all the food shortages, so maybe I said somebody else to get me some more alcohol. Alright, we're going to run the alcohol through here again, and then we're going to do the dry lube again. Because that was just dumb. I should have, I don't know why I didn't clean that off. Alright. Oh, well. There we go. That guy. I gotta get that other Make sure I clean this other one off before I put it on. Let's get this wire off. Okay. Making sure we're in the right spot. There's this little ratchety thing back here. Make sure you get that out of the way so it's not blocking. Alright, put that there for now. Now, clean this other post before we move on. So no point on putting on the clean arm if you're going to leave it on the dirty post. So dirty. You have these little screw adjustments here. Also, too, I didn't talk about those. There's these little screw adjustments that help to determine where your coil stop or where your coil fires, and that helps to determine how it ratchets up and down. You shouldn't have to mess with those unless somebody else messed with it before you. So just leave these screws as is. Don't try to mess with those screws. Alright. Now we're getting somewheres. Putting this guy on here. There it goes. Make sure we are on top of that one. Yes. Washer. Our good friend the washer. And E-clip. And there we go. Nice. Springtime for Hitler. Whoa. That went dark. Spring's in the right spot this time. Come on, get on here. There we go, that's spring. And then this one, again, we got a fatter side and a smaller side. Makes it obvious which side goes where. Remember, this one's a little tight, so let's get it. There we go, all the way down. All the way on that one. Make sure that you have it flipped the right direction so your spring doesn't want to get caught on anything. There we go. So that's our stepper back. Our stepper back in position. Yes. I think. There we go. Yeah. All right. That's a reset. We need coil sleeves. Almost there. Is there a fire truck outside? Super. There is a fire truck outside. Wonder what it's doing. Going across somewhere. Let's cut this. Trying to see. It sounded like it was moving super slow, but now it's taking off. Fire truck. Why? Okay. Last one of these guys I got to do for a while. That is one benefit of this thing. There's not really many. There's not too many coils, so there shouldn't be too many coil sleeves. I think I got some on the reels, on the score reels in the back. So that's that. That's a thing. But it's not like a regular pinball. Hey, there's the other woe. That's why I said earlier. That's a truck fire. That truck is a truck fire or a fire truck, or is it a thick truck? All right, here we go. This is the last one we got of these guys right now. We're almost. Ooh, be careful. I think it wanted to slide down a little bit. My coil sleeve slid. Coil sleeve had a little bit of slidey. There we go. Now we're in the right spot. And then after this guy, we put him on. We check, make sure he's resetting the way he should be. There we go. That out of the way. I'm going to sand this guy off real quick, just a second. Just getting those burrs off. Those burrs. Yeah. It should be. Hopefully I didn't do it too small. It doesn't look, I don't think I did. No, I think it'll be fine. Thought I cut it too small. Alright, this is my other one, right? Yeah, that's my other one. Now, I didn't clean the coil stops. Got to do that. Oh, yeah, and the plungers. Oh, the plungers. Getting there, though. This dirt times 1,000. So much dirt, so much alcohol, so much highness. Don't breathe the alcohol. It's just so strong. Another metal coil sleeve. I don't know what I do with them, but they make a nice little sound when you hold them together. Coil sleeves. Plungers. Give me another piece. We already know that this is just going to be dirty. This is just going to be really dirty. Here we go. Plunger number 1. Ta-da! It's just as dirty as I thought it would be. Why would you do this to me? Why? Whoa. Cool sounds. Whoa. Thanks. Alright. My coil sleeves make the best sounds ever. There we go. This guy can now properly go back in the machine, and I'm not going to be so mad at it. You rest in that coil sleeve. And then this guy, this is the last plunger. There he goes. This does not have the burrs on it like that first one did, so we should be fine. That guy goes there. Oops, sorry. All right. So now we get it back over here a little bit. This plunger first, because he wants to be a pain for some reason. There you go. See, why do you have to be so complicated? And coil sleeve, come on, don't take off, stay there. Ground wire's getting in my jam. My jelly jam. Jamming it up. There we go. That's that, right? I got some wire stress happening a little bit here. Hold it in place. They're both the same. Maybe I put the wrong coil stop in. No, they're both the same. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna let that sit there for a second because I forgot I need to get these guys in some Loctite. And then this will be it. That will be, these 3 steppers will be ready to go, which is a vast majority of the steppers. Step up. When will games be played? Games will be played when I am ready for them. You missed out because I was playing a game just the other day. So, sorry. It's repair time. There we go. Thank you for going on easy. When will the games be played? When I play the games. Here's the other one. Alright, tighten that up real good. Loctite will do the rest. Okay. Last one. Let's get the plunger in here. Nice and quick, because the bigger plunger seems to be easier to deal with. New coil sleeve. I'm fighting some wires here, so let me get it back here a little bit. There we go. I gotta remember to put my ground on. Don't forget to put your ground on, son. Aw, man, next time, man. I will totally be there. Will you totally be there? I don't believe you. I'll expect you to be there the next time, though. Totally expect it. Alright. There we go. Last one. And we get our ground wire on there. And then once I set it up, I'll check its motion, make sure it's ratcheting the right way. It should. This should be fairly good. Nice and tight. Not so tight that you break some fragile screw, because, you know, sometimes these screws are fragile. Did you put Loctite? Yeah, I put the Loctite. I got the Loctite tight. I don't forget the Loctite. I just forget to put the springs on the right place. So, yeah. There we go. That guy. Here we are. Oh, I missed that part. You missed that part. It was the most exciting part. I mean, people were on the edge of their seat on whether or not I would get the Loctite on all 4 screws. But I did. I did. It was amazing. All right. Let's get these guys in here. Just a few screws away from checking this out. All right. Here we go, here we go, here we go. That one's in. Now it's baby brother screws that are here for moral support, I guess. Just in case the big screw fails. So much. I am just thrilled that the majority of the screws on this game are Phillips and not flatheads like that Gottlieb. Phillips are awesome. All right, here we go. So I believe I put the springs on right this time, which is very important. The springs have to be right. Hey, this part can be brought to you by Stern. You can see it on my hand, even though it's a Williams game. Product placement. Okay, there we go. All right, we are reset, right? So that's the 0 position. Clean that off a little bit better here. Where's a towel with a little bit of alcohol on it? I'll clean this off a little bit better here. Okay. So reset position. That's 3. Reset. 3. There it goes. Stepper, stepper, stepper. That's what we did, guys. Look at that. What did it take us? 2 hours and 41 minutes to clean these properly. Oh, I need to get paid. Need to get paid. Not for this. I know this is my game, but I did not. Oh, that's why I didn't do any of this for the Mayfair. Because holy crap. All right, so, whew. That's it. That's our steppers. So tomorrow night, I got all the time in the world tomorrow night to just hang out and do this. So I want to work on, I'm going to get this last stepper done, and then I want to see some of this really cool, strange stuff here. Let me see a second. Oh, I got to get up here to zoom out because it's so different. There we go. I want to see some of this stuff up here. I want to learn about how all that stuff works. And we'll get into the back box and things like that. And zoom that out. There we go. Here we are. We're back up. We got kind of what we're looking at. And then once I'm sure that all that's nice and clean and clear, I'll be comfortable with the play field. I really need to work on this thing back here, this whole bases running bases thing. I think it's going to be gunked up from old lubricants and things like that. So I'm going to really look at this thing. It comes completely out. So we'll look at that. I already know that my score reels reset, but I don't like the way they sound. I think they could be a little bit cleaner. So we'll do that too. I'm not going to do all of it tomorrow, but we'll do whatever we can tomorrow night. But thank you. Thanks, Pez. Thanks for everybody else who was watching tonight. And yeah, I'm going to go take an evening. I was working all day and now this, and so obviously I got to go clean my hands and get washed up. So yeah, that's steppers, and we'll move on to the rest starting tomorrow. Thank you, Pez. Thank you, Woe ×2. Thank you, everybody else that was watching. I can't scroll back to remember, but thank you guys so much. We will see you guys tomorrow-ish. I'm going to say 5 o'clock. I don't know what's happening. Probably around 5 o'clock. Nice, very cool, Hoppermeister. Thank you. Thank you so much. So yeah, tomorrow night we'll get back into it. I'm really interested to see how this ball mechanism works to feed out the ball, and then the bat mechanism, because that bat has, this solenoid is a 120 volt solenoid. It's freaking high power. Get in there. Some exciting stuff to look at. Pitch and bat, line drive, 1972. But we'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you so much, and now I'm going to get some dinner and go to sleep. Thanks. See you guys.